Hey, good morning.
Morning and welcome. It's a Thursday edition, and boy, am I excited about today's show.
Okay.
Don't ask me why. It just happens that, hey, it's the new Friday this Thursday.
Why? Because it's the last day of the month, maybe?
Actually, it is the last day of the
last day of the month.
August has just sped by. In fact, that's 2/3 of the year done already. What did you make of your first 2/3 of the year? Well, you still got a third left, so there's plenty.
Hopefully, you've made the most of the year. Count and count in the right direction. Forward, ever, backward, never. I know it sounds cliche.
Yes,
but
exactly.
Ow! Ow! Ugh.
You're supposed to ask what was that
Gosh.
for, and I'm supposed to say it's in
No,
the past.
I'm not
Forget
asking
about it.
questions anymore. That is how I was in the first 2 quarters of the year. Well, first 3 quarters of the year. Now it's about just enjoying the dividends of our democracy.
Well, when you put it like that. Hey, Mike, welcome back, by the way. And what do you think? How was your first 2/3 of 2023?
First 3 quarters, yeah, ran so fast. Maybe did you mention yesterday? Maybe the elections contributed. You know, it was like a standstill and all of that. But it ran really fast. We're in the Ember months now. This is the last day in August. Once you start hearing Ember months, the year Otilo.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, we're grateful for life, and let's make the rest of it the best of it. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Nice way to put it, man. Well, the Ember months, especially the start of it, always spells something for parents. School fees are going to come, but not to worry. Everything will be much better soon.
Amen to
promise you
that.
Welcome. It's Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Mazino Appeal. Perhaps you're watching us right now on GoTV channel 16 or on UHF Band channel 49. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, my name is Titilaya Oyinson, and even if you're not watching us on live TV, you can watch us online. That's tvcentertainment.tv, our website, TVC Connect on Facebook, or indeed on our mobile app. It's available for iOS and for Android.
Exactly. Now, we're going to be letting you guys know what we've prepared for you guys for a Thursday edition here on the show. As usual, Thursdays are always very, very artsy. So coming up, we are going to be giving you a very interesting arts display on today's show.
Definitely, definitely. Now, when it comes to art, we have so many different mixed media. And when you see pieces like this, you know you have to get to meet the artist behind them. You need to make sure you stay tuned for that.
And today on Tech, of course, as a Thursday, we are going to be having our tech experts tell us what's up and what's new in the world of tech and exactly how we can also take advantage of the new findings.
And of course, we'll be celebrating you and your loved ones a bit later on birthday shout-outs.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back, Mike. Did you take a trip while you were away or something?
No.
You didn't?
I was not feeling too fine, but so it was more. But I saw you on the bike
I took
yesterday.
the most unlikely trip.
I was thinking that,
yes,
guy.
I flew into Abuja on Wednesday and I rode back through yesterday. But that's not the interesting part. The interesting part was when I got into Abuja and I had to take a cab from the airport into town, which is so expensive now. It's so expensive. However, the cab guy was telling me how the situation in Abuja is really bad. It was such a poignant story that I even had to pay him extra on top of the expensive fare.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I started thinking exactly, wow, man, how people are managing with the situation. There is no traffic in Abuja, not even one spot, because people can't afford to be out burning their fuel anymore. So it's really, really tough.
I think the story he told you was, profitable for him because he got.
And I said, hey, if he tells everybody that story, see, it's not a scam. It's empathy. True. I considered it, but
if he does 10 trips in a day and he tells that story 10 times,
he's getting
maybe 4 or 5 times.
Exactly.
You get an extra tip.
But it is like you said. A lot of people are off the road, and people are considering going now. Whenever you're off to go, it has to be important.
Yeah.
It has to be important. I mean, for everybody. I spoke about. When you buy fuel and then people now, normally they won't care how much they just pay, but now people are watching at what's happening.
Yeah.
Hopefully things do get better.
Yeah.
Well, for Lagosians, it's getting better already because the Blue Rail is launching today, isn't
the
it?
Blue Rail is apparently launching today.
But that's mile 2 to Marina.
Yes, mile
Just
2 to
one
Marina.
route.
But it's a very long and heavily plowed route.
Mile 2 to
Titi,
Marina, I
hold
don't
my
think
coffee.
so.
Let me explain to Mike. Have you seen the massive people who wake up every day from Badagry to get to Mile 2 to try to get to the island for their daily job?
Yep.
Okay, so how's
Wake
Badagry
up
to Mile
at 4
2?
a.m. Badagry to Mile 2 is another continent. It's another story.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So now they'll still have to traverse Badagry map because I know Badagry. When we think Badagry, well, I'm thinking of Star Wars level of craters and all of that. Yeah, I'm serious. When
Well,
we
the
think
roads
Badagry,
have been
think of
paved
Star
now.
Wars. So
at
what
least
if,
on
what
one
if it
side.
had been from maybe Badagry to Island?
Well, it will get there.
Okay.
I should think, but it's going to take
There
a
was
long
signs of
time.
construction there.
Yeah, but
Time back.
the roads are still being made in any case. At least one side of the road
Because
has been paved.
I'm looking at it objectively, I think about the amount that was put into it, and if it is one route, how traverses that route. But let's see
Yeah.
the number of people that use it. Is it cheaper? What's the cost like?
Yeah.
I would pay anything to move from Mile 2 to Marina in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Anything.
Because the traffic that way is crazy.
yeah,
There was a
so-
time you used to be able to use Orile.
Yeah.
Sometimes people just backtrack and take Oshodi. Sometimes they go through Igomu. All just trying to get to the island.
The funny thing is, the best route used to be through Apapa.
Apapa.
But
No.
you dare not
Well, you know,
ever do
in an
that
optimal
anymore.
society,
Yeah.
you would walk, live, and go to school and church.
Contained
around
in
your
the
area.
same area.
So, and that is where developed societies are. So that means that's why you see cinemas, you see malls, they get closer to the
Hospitals and
houses,
banks
hospitals and
inside
banks.
of that.
So once you, so like for instance, in Festac and everything, you have that community there.
Yeah.
So solving a situation of long distance, shouldn't we be looking at clusters more? Because that's where development is.
That's an extensive project.
Clusters. So, for instance, I know cinemas are now, we have so many cinemas now that I'm wondering, I can't even keep up with the names and all of that. And maybe for hospitals, if I know that on my street or so, I know about 6 or 7.
Wow.
And that's quite a lot. You know, and there's some of them are in some place. Oh, there's a hospital here. So, like you said, healthcare, schooling,
Banks,
Yes.
schools.
banks,
Yeah.
Then entertainment.
entertainment.
Yeah.
I think that's about it. Food is everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
Once you have that in clusters,
To be able to do that, you'd have to encourage the economy and encourage people to start businesses, and businesses would employ people who can then work inside of their vicinity.
their vicinity.
Well, businesses, that's another thing. The rate at which businesses close down, especially only after a few months of starting in Nigeria, is apocalyptic.
But now it's showing that there's a gap, and probably somebody watching right now who has a business idea and has probably noticed a gap in their community. Maybe you've noted that there are not enough schools, maybe you've noted there are not enough healthcare facilities, and you would like to maybe embark on something like that. Even if it's a community you were living in previously, and you knew they had this issue, maybe try and plug that hole for them.
You know, that's what we do. And that's why I like what we do with SMEs. At least it's more or less our CSR
Exactly.
way of contributing. Because, small and medium scale, these people need all the support they can get. It might be 1, 2, or 3 people that they employ. It might not be the best of conditions. But you see, when you have small businesses like this grow, that's when your economy can move. It's not the big multinationals and all that. How many would they take? How many staff do we have of the big multinationals? You know, how many people can get into those multinationals? How many people can get into these places? When you have smaller clusters like that and they grow and people understand that, it's on that way. So as much as possible, I think that that is somewhere. I feel like if our palliatives are geared towards that in such a way that it is transparent, that it gets to these people. You understand? That's talking about businesses, small and medium scale businesses. If it gets to these people, you know, they're giving some sort of encouragement. I know it happens with farmers. Farmers are given seeds. You know, that brings us to the issue of the dam, by the way.
Oh, wow.
And all of that, which is, of course,
We'll probably touch on that in the papers
next
maybe.
2-3 days now. It's going to happen, and I don't think we're prepared.
Nah.
It happened last year. It happened the year before. It's a moment I don't think we're prepared.
It's funny how everything strings
I don't
into
think we're
another
prepared.
thing. You're talking about the dam, you're talking about agriculture. Agriculture will also get into transportation because you have to transit these goods.
Yes, which is another reason why the rail coming into play is also a good idea, because yes, we're transporting passengers for now, but we have to start thinking about transporting goods as well. So I'm thinking about the fact that apparently there are about 300 cameras along the whole.
You mean you're talking about the one in Lagos now?
Yes.
300 cameras. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
300.
Yeah.
And hopefully solar
Along the
powered.
route.
Along the
Hopefully they're powered the right way. The issue for me is, it was indicated in an article that I read yesterday that 30 of them are actually directed on the rails. So if anyone does try to vandalize those rails, they will be caught on camera.
So you see, okay, you know that works now.
Yeah.
If you want to sort out security issues anywhere, two things: camera, light.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's this particular, I think I was coming up on Ted Mainland at about 11 or so, at this particular part from Yaba. I think it was a Butemeta.
Yeah.
It was the darkness by, okay, it wasn't even 11, it was 9, it was 10. And I was like, the place was so eerie. You walk through the place, the darkness was, because the bridge is over and then there's water. And you know that the mass of darkness over water is darker.
Deeper. No reflection.
Exactly. Yeah. So the eerie feeling, you could feel that this darkness is darker than normal darkness. We should have lights. And then once you have lights and camera, look, a lot of people, once you've seen that video training of somebody who put his hand to take something from a woman and then looked up and there was just for him, and you just put it back.
Sorry, take your wallets.
Once there's light and once there's camera, you sort a lot of things, and we know, they know. But we've seen, there was a plan to, I think it was even in the FCT, and then even in Lagos. Once we have that thing, lights, camera.
Yeah.
Oh,
we cover
the action. I don't to shout action. That's for us. No, but once you have lights and camera, you are cutting off a lot. I mean, you go and look at cases in developed countries where you're sorting out. There's a video evidence. Video evidence shuts down
almost everything. Exactly. Yeah.
There are some countries that have gone so far as to even use radar to monitor every single vehicle. So I'm talking about the UAE.
I'll never forget. I'll never forget the story of my mom went on a pilgrimage or something. I think it was in Israel. Man, the sophistication of the security network is mad.
Yeah.
This dude is somewhere. They're shopping, and then he goes somewhere else, and then he sees the police comes with his wallet.
His own wallet.
He doesn't know where he lost it.
Wow.
They had tracked him. He had lost it somewhere.
Wow.
It was picked up. He didn't know it was missing. In like 30 minutes space, it was given to him.
Wow.
They had seen that he had dropped his wallet somewhere. Then I was like,
wow.
And they just came and then someone topped him and I left home with it. Why are you giving it to me?
Wow.
Interesting, man. Let's hope that turns to Nigeria sometime soon.
Amen to that. But at this point, I think we need to take a quick break, but there's still so much more coming your way right here on Wake.
News on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Mike Messikeno. The Director General of Nigeria Hydrological Services confirms that Cameroon has shut the gates of Lagdo Dam. This means that the spillages of water that started on the 14th of August has stopped, as Nigerians are now wondering how much impact the already released high volume of water will have in the coming days. But NEMA on its part is assuring that Nigeria may not experience the level of disaster it did in 2012 and 2022 because of the proactiveness of the state governors in responding to the flood. Moyo Thomas reports.
The devastating flood disasters experienced in Nigeria in 2012 and 2022 was greatly impacted by the releasing of the water from the Lagdo Dam. It is therefore no surprise that all stakeholders reacted promptly this year once the information became public that water was to be released from the dam. This is another National Emergency Coordination Forum organized by NEMA, gathering stakeholders to ensure timely and efficient response to the impending floods and to ensure effective coordination and implementation of various policies.
Nigeria Meteorological and Hydrological Service Agency gauging station in Makurdi stood at 8.97 meters as of August 25th, 2023, compared to 8.80 meters on the same date in 2022. Also, NISA provided the flow level of River Niger system, especially at Niamey, Niger Republic, remains stable at a normal level of 4.3 meters.
I got in touch with the hydrologist on the dam, and he told me that they opened their dam 10 minutes past 10 a.m. in the morning of 14th of August, and that they were spilling water at the rate of 200 cubic meters per second, which is about 18 million cubic meters of water per day.
Climate change is pushing up humanitarian needs in Nigeria and in neighboring countries in the Sahel, which are on the front line of the climate crisis. Floods and droughts are increasingly frequent and more severe. The encroaching desert is robbing farmers of arable farmlands and pastoralists of pasture of livestock.
Nema says the MOU between Nigeria and Cameroon does not include the time to inform Nigeria for the seasonal release of water from Lagdo Dam. He therefore suggests the need to deploy a high level of preparedness on the part of the federal and state governments.
Though Nema says there is no cause for alarm yet and is calling for calm, but also wants states within the coastal region of River Benue and River Niger to take precautionary measures as already indicated. Moya Thomas, TVC News, Abuja.
Then to foreign stories, Australia will vote in a historic referendum on the 14th of October to decide whether to enact an indigenous voice to Parliament. If approved, the vote will recognize Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders in the country's constitution and establish a permanent body for them to give advice on laws. The country has not had a successful referendum in almost 50 years. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says the voice vote will be a committee of Indigenous Australians chosen by Indigenous Australians giving advice to government so that the government can get a better result for Indigenous Australians.
And you're welcome inside of the kitchen today. Of course, you have me in here alongside Chef Buketi. We'll come back to her name, but first, I wanted you guys to see what we have for you. A beautiful array of ingredients, and it's so colorful. Chef Buketi, first of all, that name, Buketi, where's it from? What is it exactly?
My name is actually Buki.
Ah.
So it's a combination of my name and my husband's.
Yeah, how so lovely. I can see the love. That's very nice. That's good. Well, welcome. Wake Up Nigeria. Well, we welcome you. So, I see we have so much here. I see potatoes, rice, meats, eggs, and what they call them?
Peppers.
Bell peppers. So what exactly are we having today? What's going on here now?
All right, this morning it's nice to have me on the show. Thank you very much. So this morning I'll be making beef, vegetable, and tomato sauce.
Beef
and
vegetables.
Potato sauce.
Potato sauce.
Yeah.
Okay, beef, vegetable, and potato sauce.
Potato sauce. Yeah.
Irish or what's that?
Irish potato.
Irish, that's the sweet one.
No.
No, not the sweet one.
Sweet
potato is different.
Yes.
Irish potato.
This is Irish potato. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. But we also have rice as well. I've never had rice and potato together. So how does this? What's this combination?
The meal is actually a 2-in-1 combination.
Okay.
You can take the meal with the potato all on its own.
Just like
then
that.
You can decide to take it with rice.
Oh,
I'll
so
be
you use it as a
plating both.
sauce.
Yes, at the end of the day, I'll be plating both. So you can use it as sauce for the rice,
Okay.
or you can decide to have the sauce all on its own.
Okay. So where does the egg go inside of this meal? With the sauce or with the rice? Are we having it whole or are we cutting it
The
up?
egg goes into the sauce.
We're cutting it up inside of the sauce.
No, I don't need to cut. I'll just put the whole lot of it.
This is very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so run us through all of this. That's some salt. That's, what's that?
This seasoning.
Seasoning.
Yeah. This is a natural spice, all-purpose seasoning. I have bell peppers, carrots,
Yep.
parsley.
Parsley. Love parsley.
All right. This is beef,
All right.
potatoes,
Spring
spring
onions,
onions,
yes.
or runner
Our
beans,
rice and our
and
egg.
rice and the egg.
Okay, so our rice is already parboiled, yes?
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. We might be running for you guys the ingredients just in case you want to see them and make sure that you purchase them. And also make sure that you are following us as we're going through the process today. It's beef vegetable sauce.
Beef, vegetable, and potato sauce.
Beef, vegetable, and potato sauce. It's a new one for me. I'm going to be learning this so that I can surprise Madame this weekend and maybe join our name together and start a cooking business as well. All right, so we're going to get started. We'll make sure that we carry you guys along, so make sure that you're with us. If you miss anything, don't worry. We'll have the package at the end inside of YouTube, so you guys can always go back and see it. All righty, so Chef, I'm just going to allow you to start up. While you're starting up, I'm going to tell that you get ready because it's going to be the papers review in just about a minute. Well, let's get started already.
Okay.
So what do we do first? What are we doing first?
Yeah, I need to cut my bell pepper.
We need to cut the... Okay, let me get you our... I'm going to help move some of these things behind so that you can have some space.
All right.
See, I'm working for you now.
Thank you.
That's why all the chefs love me in the kitchen because I'm always very helpful. In fact, you don't even need to cook. Just let me do everything for you. I'm going to do all of that for you. Yes. Do all the heavy lifting. If you also want me to cut, hey, why not? But there you go. All right, so every single day we bring you something brand new here inside of the kitchen. And of course, there's so much that I've learned from inside of the kitchen sessions here that I've become a connoisseur myself when it comes to noodles and boiling water at home. Not that I don't try, actually, but trust me. In any case, Chef Buketi.
Yes, sir.
Now, you have a business going on, yeah? What do you're a chef at a, where? Let's get
Yeah,
find out
I'm
something
a
about
chef and I operate a restaurant.
You operate a
here
restaurant?
in Lagos.
Here in Lagos, okay. Nice, and these are some of the foods that you actually cook there?
Yes,
All right,
because
fantastic.
I handle a lot of events.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so, and a lot of times I develop recipes on my own.
See, that's the thing.
So this is part of the recipe I developed.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, we can't wait to
It's a new
taste
recipe.
it. So what's your theme? Is it on health or is it on just taste, just enjoy life?
No, it's a healthy meal.
Oh.
Very, very healthy.
Okay.
We all know the importance of vegetables, and the major flash ingredient is the potato, and which has a lot and lot of healthy benefits.
Nice.
Part of the benefit is it helps boost the blood pressure.
Okay.
It helps maintain a good digestive system,
Okay.
and it helps boost immunity and lots of them.
Fantastic. Chef Buketi, I can't wait for us to finish this because Mike actually needs it. Mike resumed from leave and is feeling tired and stuff like that. Mike, is your blood pressure? We have potatoes for you today. So let's check out the Papers Review with Mike and Titi right now. Guys, take it away.
Is it just me or is Mazino having a bit too much fun in that kitchen? A bit too much fun. But it looks like it's going to be a very interesting meal put together. And some of the ingredients of a good meal are probably going to be mentioned in the news when it comes to agriculture and where it comes from all over the country. Mike is here with me this morning. How's it going, Mike?
Not the first time you see me.
I'm just asking how it's going. That's all, Mike. All right, then let's head to the cover of the Punch. Now, it starts with this major headline. It says here, Gabon, UN, Commonwealth, others condemn coup. Tinubu warns of spread. Power doesn't belong to barrels of guns. Contagious autocracy spreading in Africa. Bongo begs for freedom. Soldiers put ex-leader under house arrest and whisk away son. NULGE urges Tinubu to probe local government allocations diversion. Banks fire 110 top execs, others over 80 billion naira fraud. Vandalized pipelines, marketers predict more fuel queues. And it says here, beside the photo story, NIN registration, federal government records 48% of monthly target. Lagos Blue Line Rail begins operation September 4th. Kwankwaso still in NMPP, it says legal advisor. And on the Cameroon Dam, federal government sets up temporary shelters in states. So, Mike.
Yeah,
vandalized
pipelines. Marketers predict more fuel queues. That's a headline that we don't like, that we don't want to see. We already have seen the queues already piling up from Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
They already started picking up, and then some petrol stations don't actually have fuel. And now we just found out that it's because fuel has not been, they have not lifted fuel. And that is due to the damaged pipelines. Yes, it is available in some areas. Yeah, so that's not something good there. All right.
Definitely not news we want to hear.
Definitely.
Also, the issue of the blue...
coup.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
The coup, yeah. I mean, a family has ruled for well over, 50, 60 years and all of that. It is not excusable, by the way, when it comes to taking by force, you understand? But as far as democracy goes, I don't think any country would democratically want a family. I mean, the father finishes and passes down to the son. Hopefully, those that have taken this coup actually have the best interest of the country at heart. Because if they do, it has happened in Nigeria, where a military government took over and then handed over power, almost, had a transitionary period, and handed over to a democratically elected government, a civilian government. You understand? The government of the people. So that is what we hope is in the mind. If they have the best interest of the country at heart, then there should be a transition period and then they hand over to a, because now the issue, the majority of the issue stems from the fact that the elections that still kept the sun, I mean 53 years was not credible, you know. So if hopefully they have the best interest of Gabon at heart and they have a transitionary government and hand over as soon as possible to a democratically elected government.
Hopefully. I was going to touch on the Lagos Blue Rail line. We talked about that a bit earlier on.
I'm looking forward to seeing how much of alleviation it will have when it comes to transportation crisis. I feel like it's one route, you know. Let us see how that one happens. Let us see how it turns out.
We have the Nation newspaper with us as well this morning, and it says here, Tinubu, world leaders, UN, AU, EU reject Gabon junta. Sixth African coup, deeply concerning. What African presidents should do, according to Oyebode Keshi Ogunsanwo. And there is a map there indicating the states under military control presently.
Let me just mention something here about this. People are talking about how it is prevalent in Africa. Africa is the continent where people want to hold on to power and pass on power as though it is genetic or something. You understand? That's why we'll have issues like this. So African presidents and leaders have to think, what is the, why do you want to hold on to power for so long? Why do you want to hold on? I mean, you understand? So it is, when you see this kind of things happening, it's because of, we need to look at ourselves as a continent. What is the obsession with staying on forever? Or it becomes a family thing.
There are quite a lot of questions that need to be answered in that regard, and I feel like the conversation.
What's with you and
the conversation is a
because
big one.
if we continue, look, this is it. If African presidents continue in that way and want to hold on to power, then this will continue to happen.
We have other headlines here. Right at the bottom of the Nation here, it says, President mourns as national flag designer. Taiwo Akinkunmi dies at 87. I saw that headline sometime yesterday evening. There were quite a lot of pictures online of Taiwo Akinkunmi with the flag around him. Apparently, he was the one that actually did the design of the Nigerian flag that we all know and have come to love today. We have other newspapers with us here as well. We have the Daily Trust, and it still talks about the Gabon coup, a contagious autocracy spreading in Africa, according to Tinubu. It says here, Murik warns Nigerian military against emulating Gabonese army. Why we overthrew Bongo, according to the coupists. And make noise, I've been arrested, Bongo begs friends for help. As I mentioned from the last paper, Nigerian flag designer Michael Akinkunmi dies at 87. Brain drain. Nigerian doctors earn $4,000 as wages in Gambia, Sierra Leone, according to CMDs. And reps fume as agency spent 81 billion naira to plant 21 million trees.
We've been dealing with brain drain for forever. And there was a time when, was it the Minister of Health and some members of the legislature came out to say something, and it seemed to have been bitter, but then you understand something, that education is subsidized in Nigeria. You understand? And when, as medical students, when education is subsidized, I mean, if you were to train as a doctor in those countries that you go to practice, you'll be paying more. A student loan, someone spoke about that, you might actually be paying your whole life. But you are here, you get trained, you don't owe anything. You understand? You get done. And then when you finish training, you go out. Now, this is not a case of trying to say whose fault is it or not. First of all, so a country that does that, that's subsidized. So it's like the country pays for the education and pays for you to use your knowledge elsewhere. But then it is also the fault of the country that an enabling environment has not been created. Recall the issue of the elevator in a hospital. So my point is that if you subsidize education and then you have this thing, then you need to create an enabling environment for those that you subsidize education to thrive. And so when you don't create the environment, then you lose on all levels. They go out, and which is what is happening. The brain drain is massive. If we were to take a ratio of how many doctors to people now, I think it's supposed to be optimal is 1 to 6. In Nigeria, maybe it's like 1 to 800,000 or something.
You know, it's actually interesting. I was speaking with I was actually speaking with a private medical care practitioner who actually mentioned how much money is being paid to Nigerian doctors that she trained, who eventually jackpot, and she pays them to come back. And she's paying them because she knows she trained them. It's a conversation that has to go on, it's ongoing, and we'll be looking out for your opinions as well. Please tell us what you think online. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC and let us know. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back with more.
A multi-dimensional artist and an environmental activist is our guest today for Art Display. Wale Asubiojo, of course, he's here with some of his artworks, and we'll be talking about what art is to him and discuss some of his works. It's great to have you, Wale. You are welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You do have quite some intriguing art pieces here, but you call yourself a multi-dimensional artist. Yeah, can you talk to me what you are trying to express, or what you're trying to pass on by that term?
Okay, actually, I trained as a sculptor.
Okay.
And with my experience with other artists and many other materials that I've come with, so I was able to work with different materials.
Okay.
So it's media in art. We call a material a medium.
A medium.
Yeah. So, and I can work with any media, everything.
So when you can work with everything, people say specialization helps you, become a master in a particular area.
Yeah.
So are you saying you are a jack of all trades and a master of all? Jack of the whole trade and master of everything?
No, really. You know, as a sculptor, you are a potential painter.
Okay.
You are a potential textile designer.
Okay.
You are a potential ceramics artist. Okay. Because art starts with use of available materials. That is clay. So that's what I use to mold myself. But in Nigeria, because I'm a potential painter with my experience with some artists that I've come with, so I had a challenge with studio. You know, as a sculptor, you need a big space to explore yourself. So because of that, since I can work on paintings too, I put myself in that. To use the available materials I have. So I was trying to experiment many things with color and many other things.
All right. Okay, now talking about color, we can see some beautiful artworks here.
Yeah.
This really do look good on here and all of that, like I can see. Let's talk about these ones. What medium are we seeing here? What medium of artwork is this one? What medium is being expressed here?
These are oil color.
Oil color, huh?
Oil on canvas.
Oil on canvas,
yeah.
Okay.
But I use my own techniques to execute them.
Okay. That technique, is this something you want to talk to us about, or you just want to let it at that?
Yeah, the technique is called bere art.
Oh, bere. I like it.
Bere is a Yoruba word.
I like it. Okay.
So that's incision. So I look at the regular painting I've seen, so let me just explore myself in other way.
In other ways.
So I was trying to make experimentations.
Something I can see that is quite common with your works is you focus a lot on wildlife. Because like I saw a leopard there, and then this is an elephant, and all of that. Tell me, do you have a particular passion towards wildlife?
Yeah, you know, I said I'm an environmentalist.
Okay.
So anything about life.
So the preservation of wildlife is important to you.
Dog and elephant.
So the preservation of wildlife is quite important to you,
yes.
Right? And so that's why a lot of your works have all these animals. Do you get to see them live, or you take a picture? How do you spend time in wildlife as a person?
Not really. But I love watching.
Okay.
What's it called? This wildlife.
So yeah, wildlife channel.
Then at times I go to zoo. I look at some of them.
We don't have so much of wildlife here. In fact, our lions are looking like antelopes. So when you say wildlife in Nigeria, we need to work on that one, yeah? But maybe your paintings can give us an idea into what we can, what we can be. What is this called?
This one is Our Domain.
That's the title, Our Domain.
Our Domain. Okay. I touch in Yoruba, but I subtitled in English.
Oh, I like it. Keep it in Yoruba.
Yes.
I love it. So what's Yoruba once again?
Agbegbewa.
Agbegbewa.
Yes.
I love that. That's the name of this
our
one.
domain.
What is it trying to? What's the story you're trying to tell?
You know, elephant too. They have, you know, in the folk tales, African folk tales, African believe that lion is the king of in the jungle. Some parts also believe that elephant too is also a king. So he has his own domain. So, and normally whenever he's going to with children, especially the mother elephant, no other animal can intrude
at all.
Yeah. So they guide them, they guide the children, the younger one, and the mother elephant is the leader of the troop. Wherever she asks them to go, they follow her.
They follow.
So and no animal can go into them. Even lion cannot go into them.
They're not born away.
So that's why I call that Agbegbewa.
All right, let's take a look at some of the other paintings that we have surrounding us here. There's one we have in this open area here. Let's talk about that one. Okay, we have seen sunflower on this lady. It is quite striking. She has her eyes fixated on something. Talk to me about the other one. You've spoken about the elephant. Talk to me about the other one there, the lady with the flowers on her hair.
It's a modern damsel.
Modern damsel?
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me of MM. But MM's not a damsel, MM's a dragon. Nah, I'm just kidding. But she does, maybe because of the hair. Yeah, I mean, I likes this hairstyle. But so what is the story of this? What are you trying to depict?
Arewa, you know, I believe that everybody is beautiful. All the ladies. And all men are handsome.
If everybody was beautiful and everybody was handsome, the word beautiful would not exist. I don't know. Guys, it's my reasoning now. If everybody was beautiful, I'm just saying, I'm not saying everyone is ugly. I'm just saying that if everybody was beautiful, the word beautiful might not exist. But hey, that's on the side here. But I understand. So you're celebrating the woman and all of that. That's what that is all about, right? Okay, let's talk about this one closer to us here. This is quite eccentric and it looks abstract.
Abstract, yes.
Okay, talk to me about this.
It's Ami. Ami is a mark or a sign. In Africa.
It does.
And
I can see the sign there, the symbol.
A symbol, and anybody can translate it to wherever he wants. So like because it's abstract.
Abstract. I love the concept of abstract art. And even in sculpture, abstract also comes in. I've seen some abstract sculptures and all that.
I do some of my work abstract in sculptures too.
I love that. Okay, this is fruit stuff.
This is a someta.
Okay. 3
fruits. So as an appetizer.
What are the fruits that you have in there?
I have the apple.
I can see the apple. Okay.
I have the lime.
Okay.
The lemon. Then
that the coconut?
I have the coconut.
Okay. Do these fruits have any significance? Special significance?
Especially the coconut. I love coconut so much.
Okay.
Because of its natural, the way it is to me.
Have you taken coconut and bread?
Of course.
It's of course. I try me. That mixture is
sometimes I use it for breakfast.
Well, some people say they don't know that combination of coconut and bread.
Wow, it's highly milky.
Do you know what you are missing? What do you call it? It's highly milky.
Highly milky.
I like that. All right, that's a peacock that we can see there. Yes. That's a peacock. What does that represent? The peacock is a resplendent bird. It represents opulence, it represents pride and all of that.
Yes.
What are you trying to depict here with this person? What's it called, by the way, first of all?
It's okay.
Okay.
You know, I told you I titled some of my work in Yoruba.
I like that
because some children, especially nowadays, don't even know the name we call some of these things when they say them.
That's in our local dialect.
Yes.
You know, we need to get to the point whereby we learn concepts and we learn principles in our local dialect. What that would mean is that, can we learn chemistry? We have, I don't know. We need to get to a point where we can learn biology, learn physics, learn chemistry, learn the arts in our local dialect.
Okay, when I was in primary school, I was taught mathematics in Yoruba.
You were?
Yeah.
That's unusual.
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
No, I did. It happened. We had Ami Kwekmi, that is division. Ami is Europe, additional. The Sodic multiplication. Yokuro minus.
If we continue this, we'll spend 1 hour here because there's a lot Africa can do if we indigenously learn concepts and precepts in our local dialect.
Of course.
It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much.
And here's wishing you the best.
Thank you so much.
All right. Okay, so let's head over to see how the meal is going on in the kitchen. They've been quite distracting with the simmering and all of that. But hey, come on, let's see how far they've gone there.
Well, Mike, it might be distracting to you, but wait until you taste this because we're well on the way for our meal today. It's vegetable sauce, a beef vegetable sauce and potato sauce, and we've got a side of rice there to go. So, Chef Buketti, sounds like Bugatti. Chef Buketti, tell us exactly what we're about to do and what we've been doing so far.
All right, I've been able to marinate the beef.
All right.
So right now we just fry it.
Let's see that. Let's see so that the cameras can catch it. So you marinated it in what? What kind of marination do we have going on?
All right, I've been able to use the natural spice.
Okay.
I pour in some little light sauce, ginger and garlic, seasoning cube, and that's all. A little pinch of honey.
Pinch of honey.
Yeah.
So that's what they put that makes it taste like sugary meats. Sometimes.
Not that sugary. By the time it comes out, you won't feel you won't feel the sugar at all.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, so we're about to fry, yes?
Yes.
Wait, let me run away. I'm joking. Let's go. All right.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. So yes, this is the reason why I don't go inside the kitchen. Nice. All right, let me help you with that.
Thank you.
Put it behind here. Now, I'm amazed that you just put everything inside that oil.
Yeah.
That's okay?
Yes, it is.
I thought we were going to deep fry it.
No, it's not deep frying.
Not deep frying.
It will fry on its own, and then after a little while, it will absorb. It will reabsorb.
Reabsorb, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I do this with pork, for instance? What do you think?
Yes, you can. Any protein of your choice. You can use chicken. You can use beef. Pork, yes. You can use pork.
All right. So what's inside of our pot there?
Yes, the rice is boiling.
Oh, that's the rice.
I told you the other time that we have two options. You can take it all on its own or serve it with rice.
Okay. I haven't seen any activity with the potatoes. When's that gonna happen?
Not until I finish with the beef.
Okay.
So everything will go together. The beef, the potato, all in one pot.
Nice. I'm looking forward to that. I see the rich protein inside of this meal, and I think I need some protein after my hard work yesterday. So I'm looking forward to this one. Hey, so just in case you're at home and you want to do this, the ingredients are very simple. There's stuff that you can get at your local store, grocery store, and stuff like that, or just the market down the road. So there's nothing hard, no foreign ingredient here. So make sure that you're following the process. Why are we dicing onions now? It's also going to go in there as well, yeah?
Onions will go into the sauce.
Into the sauce itself. Our bell peppers are already diced already.
Yeah.
That's just only the bell peppers, yeah?
Yes.
That adds a bit of color to everything, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
It makes the plating colorful.
Yeah, so that's not going to go in until maybe close to the end.
Yes, yes.
I've been learning stuff here. Absolutely. Fantastic. So, if you have any questions that you might want to ask, you want to use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. We'll read that and make sure that we ask the chef just in case you have any specific detail that you want us to cover for this meal here. It's going to be a very good one because I'm already smelling the goodness, all that, marination all frying inside of the pan here. But hey, we'll package this all at the end of the show and make sure that you all have it for you guys. Now, it is time for us to resume Wake Up Nigeria. Not like we went anywhere, but of course we have to start again all the way at the top of the 8 o'clock hour. Stay tuned and we'll be back.
Yes, so.
And you're welcome to the second hour here, of course, for Wake Up Nigeria. First hour went by very good.
Yeah.
If you set your alarm for 8 o'clock, it's your daily dose.
Do people set alarms for 8 though?
Yeah, I mean, for especially mothers these days with their kids all at home, you're not hurrying for anything, so it's okay to set your alarm for 8 o'clock. Mine goes off at 3:30 every morning.
Oh.
So the starter one at 3:30.
Mine is 4.
No, so the 3:30 doesn't really get me out of bed. It just, starts to onboard. I start onboarding my daily process. 4 o'clock I get out of bed, then another one that goes up at 4:30, meaning get out of the house.
Okay, all right. We get it. And a lot of people have that kind of system at home as well. And we are part of that system. Thank you so much for letting us into your homes. Get ready for another 45 minutes of great entertainment.
Yeah, I got something for you guys. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. So if you love what you're doing like we do here, you'll be successful. And we love bringing you the best each day here. My name is Bazino Appeal.
And I'm Titilaya Oyinson, helping you navigate through your day. Make sure you remember the show, Wake Up Nigeria. We're here to remind you of your strength, your resilience, that endless possibilities still lie ahead, especially as the Ember months begin.
Exactly. So don't just lie there and do nothing. Be a part of the show and the conversations. You want to use the hashtag on social media. Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. Thank you very much. Your thoughts matter. We love to read all of them. All right. Thank you very much. Alrighty now. So for an unforgettable Thursday, let's let you know what we got coming your way. Welcome back. It's time for us to show you how far we've gone inside of the kitchen. We had to change our pan into a pot because we are going to be adding more stuff inside of there. So just to remind you now, it's going to be a beef vegetable potato sauce. So you guys, that's what's about to happen. All of that mixing. So Chef Bukete, what are we doing now? How are we starting? What are we doing?
So the meat is half cooked.
Okay, so did you put water inside of it?
No.
Wait, hang on.
It's just from the meat.
So there was no water in it before now?
Yes.
So the water's just come out of the meat?
Yes, just from the meat.
That's going to take
So you don't need to add any water. So you just pour in the Irish potato inside.
All right, okay. So we're about to do all the mixing.
And make it cook,
Let's get on. Let's do this. So the Irish potato is now going to absorb all of that.
Of course.
Oh. Please, I need my own little food flask for this one, honestly. Yeah, I hear some people in my ear also going, So the potatoes,
this
carrots.
Too much, so I think we are good with this.
Okay, so we'll let that simmer for a bit, or are we adding everything?
Yes, no, we are not. Not yet.
Just for a bit.
Yes.
Okay.
After the potato is cooked, then we can add the other stuff.
Fantastic. We're taking you step by step how this process is going, so you guys make sure that you are attentive here. It's a very simple meal to prepare, especially if you have a family that's looking forward to something very sumptuous this weekend, I guess. I'm going to definitely be doing this because it's easy. Easy stuff to get from the market, all around easy. Alrighty now, so tell you what we're going to do while we're doing that. We'll keep you posted, but let's check out what's happening inside for tech this morning. I think Mike, hang on a second. Okay, the minions have just told me that it's birthday shout-out. So let's do birthday shout-out.
Thursday, and a lot of people are about to move around, but then there are some of us who are still at home, but they're still also working, especially in the field we're about to discuss today. On tech, we have the amazing Banke Adebayo. She is joining us as the founder of Anne Ruth Marie. It's an ed tech startup and is committed to women empowerment through virtual assistance and no-code tech. It's great to have you in the building.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so now I think we need to explain what the term virtual assistance actually means. Some people think it's bots, robots, and the like, but give us a breakdown.
Okay, so virtual assistant is a professional who renders business services to business owners remotely.
Okay.
So that's it, simple. A professional means that that person is an expert. They have skill sets that people need. They offer their services to business owners, and they work off-site, meaning they work virtually and remotely. So they do not resume at people's offices. You don't have to see them to hire them and all of that. And a virtual assistant is not an online personal assistant.
Okay.
That's another thing that I see a few people mix up.
Okay. So it's not an online personal assistant?
No, it is not.
So virtual assistance means that the person assisting you has certain skills that they can render to you?
Yes.
So in other words, you are able to delegate tasks to them?
Yes, exactly.
All right.
Virtual assistance is an umbrella term for professionals with a wide range of skills.
Okay.
So you could have a virtual assistant decide to offer her own services, be a personal assistant.
Okay.
But then you have another person who has maybe marketing skills, social media management skills. She could decide to offer social media management services.
Okay.
Right.
So I see a gap here. And it feels like there are a lot of people who have these skills, who have taken courses, who know how to do certain things, and probably haven't really been able to find the job of their dreams in a particular multinational or whatever. Or maybe they've even just decided, you know what, I want to stay home and look after the kids, for instance. This is the kind of field made for them.
Exactly, because anybody can be a VA. The type of service you would offer would be determined by the skill set that you have.
Okay.
So you have three major categories of virtual assistants. You have the admin VAs, you have the marketing VAs, you have the tech VAs.
Okay.
And the admin VAs will be the VAs who offer admin-related services. Marketing VAs, those who offer marketing, yes, like a social media manager, somebody who runs Facebook ads, for instance, a copywriter, they all fall into that category.
Okay.
And then you now have the tech VAs, and these are the people who offer tech-related services. And so they probably use one software or the other, set up workflows, integrate multiple systems, software to work together. So it all depends on the skill that you have. So anybody can become a virtual assistant.
Okay, so now maybe I'm a business owner and I don't have any accounting skills.
Right.
I could get a virtual assistant to become my accountant?
Exactly. So not necessarily an accountant, because for accounting they have a body, and I think they have specific regulations. However, for basic bookkeeping, you can find somebody who has bookkeeping skills that can help you in that direction.
Okay, fantastic. And now, obviously, there are some people who probably are wondering if this is an expensive service to, you know, to employ someone. But as a virtual assistant, I believe yourself, you have done this before for a long time.
Yes.
You could work with multiple clients.
Yes.
All right, so how does that work?
So the beautiful thing about virtual assistants is the ability to work with multiple people from all over the world. So the fact that you're remote breaks down the location barrier, so you can work with anybody, because you're harnessing social media to find paying clients. Now the thing is, you're also able to work with multiple clients at a time, offering the same service to multiple businesses, right? The thing though is that everybody has a limit. So as a VA, you need to understand what your limit is. How many people can you work with? How many people, how many hours do you have to work in your business, right? That would also determine how many people you work with, what your income goals are, what your skills are, your availability. So it varies from VA to VA. I would, however, suggest that any virtual assistant who is going to be successful has to know her limits. You cannot work with too many people, because it means you'll be pulled in different directions. You'll be running from pillar to post and unable to satisfy any of your clients. So it's always better that you understand your limits. If you want to work with 4 people, right, you look for 4 people who can pay you right, what your income goals are, and stick to them and give them the best.
Okay, now let's talk a little bit about these income goals now.
Yes.
As a virtual assistant, there's probably a limit to what you can charge someone who hasn't worked with you before, maybe a brand new paying client. Maybe you charge a particular amount first and then maybe increase the amount as more responsibilities get piled on you as a VA. But then how do you ensure that you get paid? You're not seeing these people. They're probably in other countries. I think you said you can work with anyone in any continent.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
The way it works is this. As a VA, first and foremost, you understand what your income goals are, number one. Then you also want to make sure that you're priced appropriately. There is no limit. What would limit your asking fees would be the levels of your skill and the industry you're in. So if you have intermediate skills, for instance, you cannot ask for the same fees or the same amount like somebody who has premium skills. So the more the more your expertise increases, the higher the fees that you can charge. So there really is no limit. As long as you're able to convince your clients that I have the skills to, to deliver on my promises, you can, charge them what is appropriate in your industry, and you don't always find somebody to pay for that. How do you ensure you get paid? Now, for VAs, it depends on how the model. So you have two options. The first option is to charge by the hour, which really doesn't work in this part of the world, or you charge per project. Now, for social media managers, they usually charge per month, and they're like, every month is a recurring income kind of thing. But then for others, maybe somebody who's running an ad is project-based.
Okay.
Right, so if it's project-based, you should be charging a certain fee upfront.
Per project?
Per project.
Beautiful.
Yes, per project. So you take your fee upfront, and then you work on getting your balance.
But there have to be certain skills you need, no matter what field you're working in, to be a proper virtual assistant. Exactly. What are those key skills as quickly as possible? Okay, so the soft skills, super important. Apart from the hard skills, which are like what you really, really know, there are some soft skills that I think that a lot of VAs are not focusing on. One is self-leadership, the ability to take charge for your future, what you want, so you're able to do the things that would help you. Okay. You know, like personal development, which is where I see a lot of VAs missing it. And then there's also emotional agility, which is where how you manage your clients, how you conflict resolution, your productivity and efficiency, all of this come into play. Honestly, I have to say a big thank you to you for coming to share this. I know we're just scratching the surface with this, and it's a longer, deeper discussion, but thank you so much for this, Banker. We are going to be looking into it a little more sometime during September. But we'd love to hear your opinion on what we've talked about today. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC and tell us what you think. Let's take a quick break, everyone. We'll be back after this.
And finally, we've been joined on the couch here with Aya Precious. She's popularly known as Barbie, and in a minute you'll find out why. Now, she's the current Miss Ideal Nigeria Tourism and also CEO of B Diamonds. She's a Forex and crypto trader. She's also a social media influencer, and she has dedicated her entire time as Miss Ideal Tourism to helping young ladies on social media make money. You are welcome, Precious. Good to have you here.
Thank you very much.
First of all, you are a model, you are into crypto and Forex, and you are also, what else have I missed out now? You do quite a lot. You're also an influencer.
Yes, sir.
So where did this come from, where you thought, okay, maybe I should use all of these to try and better or help other people? Where did that come from? How did you get that idea?
I'm actually the only girl in my family, and...
Oh, really?
Yes.
How many brothers?
Got 3.
3 brothers. So everybody's watching out for you. Okay.
Okay, so they're always like, please, you have to make money because nobody wants to marry their ability, you know? And I'm like, okay, you have to teach me how to make money. Yeah. And you know, there's this thing about this tech world. It's always the guys.
Yeah, true.
It's always
There's
the guys.
plenty of guys in there.
So you hardly get the girls, and I was like, okay, I think I should learn from my brothers. And I did.
So you learned from them?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I ask you to demystify, because every time there's always this thing about young people getting into trouble, especially when the authorities find out that they are into crypto or Forex. If I ask you to demystify Forex or crypto, how would you explain it so that it's ordinary for people to understand? What goes on in there?
Yes. Crypto is nothing bad, yeah?
It's not Yahoo.
Yeah, it's not at all.
So why do people think it's Yahoo?
I don't know.
What is even Yahoo, Seth? I don't even know what Yahoo is.
Crypto is not Yahoo. It's more like investing.
Oh, okay.
So it's more like when you invest in a business, yeah? So in a digital way, precisely, yeah.
Okay, well, that's fantastic. So you got into modeling how?
Through a friend.
How old were you then?
Actually, this is actually my first pageant.
Are you serious? And you came off as Miss Ideal Tourism. Were you expecting it? Was this something you were expecting? So you just went in, okay, I'll just play and go.
No,
and then you came out as a winner.
I am still overwhelmed. I won't lie.
Okay.
I was super...
I can still see it. I can still see it. So let's revisit that experience when you got to when you went to prepare for the competition. What was it like mixing with other ladies there, people from different backgrounds and all of that? Was that overwhelming in any way, or was it just, you know, I'm just here to play, and then, oh, look.
Yes, it was, because the first question our instructor asked that day was, who knows how to work? Have you been in any modeling agency before? And I think I was among the few persons that said no. I've never worked on heels. I
Never catwalked, never done any modeling, nothing.
I never owned a heel, a pair of heels. I never owned one. So my first talk was really bad. And I saw the other girls. I was like, okay, first eviction.
We got to do this.
Yeah, so I felt first eviction, I was gone, but I was just there. I was there, and that was it.
Well, so it was your first time. You had no experience.
At all.
You were meeting people for the first time. I also noticed that you have no sisters, so I can imagine the effect of that with you in public, in front of a lot of people. How did you handle stage fright, for instance? Because it's a very present type of activity where people have to observe you, so all eyes on you at that time. How did you manage all of that?
Well, I would say I was lucky enough to attend the class that we were given. So we were taught a lot about public speaking.
Oh, good.
So it helped me a lot because I normally used to have stage fright, but I think I conquered that during the course of the training. And our boss also taught us that if we are feeling somehow, we should just look at somebody funny in the crowd.
Look at somebody funny.
Just look at and just feel good.
So who's the funny person you're looking at now? Am I funny to you? I'm joking. All right, let's talk about your endeavors. So you have dedicated your efforts to trying to make young women in rural areas or wherever they are actually make money using digital apparatus or social media. Yeah. How did that come about? How is that going? Where have you endeavored so far?
I am still working on it, but I plan on reaching out to schools, not just schools, creating awareness on social media as well to get more female, precisely female.
Just like you, because you're from a background where it's just you as a lady in the house and your siblings.
I am trying to reach out more to them and to also make them know that it's not even about having the money first. When you have the interest, we are here to support you.
So you're going to be helping them endeavor as influencers, yes? Am I correct?
Yes.
So influencing gets a lot of money, but gives you at least some money, doesn't it? How does that work? I just take Instagram pictures, selfies and all of that, and I post it and I make money. What do I have to do to actually make it, bring in the bucks?
You have to give out what people want to see.
What do people want to see, Precious?
We are in a Gen Z world. We know
Gen
what people
Z,
want
that word. What do they want to see? Okay, define it for us. Let's understand.
I think they want to see appealing and decent, yeah?
Appealing and decent,
yes.
Nice. So how does that translate into money? Do I have to come up with skits? What theme do I have to take? And I'm asking for the young ladies out there who are interested. Do they have to come up with a special kind of theme? Say, okay, appealing and decent, what can I translate that into as a product that people want to see?
Okay, you can actually create a skit and it will not go anywhere.
Very true. Yeah, I know.
So I believe, first of all, you have to find your niche.
Find a niche.
Yes, find your niche, then enjoy creating what.
Okay.
Yeah, when you enjoy it, then I believe others will also enjoy what you enjoy doing.
Okay, all right. Well, fantastic. If that's worked for you and you want to channel other ladies into that kind of endeavor, well, I bet that's a good thing. So what are we expecting from Precious in the future? Barbie, by the way. What are we expecting in the future?
Well, the House of Future has given me a huge platform that there are a lot of stuff I'm working out currently on now that I never imagined I would, So I'm hoping to be more involved in the movie industry.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, that's grand. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you inside of the movie industry and all of that. Now, you're not going to go anywhere because we have something very fantastic inside of the kitchen. I hope you're not on a diet or anything. Are you on a diet? You're not on a diet, are you? Because I want you to taste what it's not me, it's Chef Buketti, but I want you to taste what she's been cooking inside of the kitchen. So I'm going to bring you over to the kitchen now with the other lady and also Mike, and then we'll have you taste this. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right then, let's come back. So I was in charge of the kitchen, activities, and also our last guest here, Precious. We have two beautiful models in the kitchen, three in fact, beautiful models in the kitchen. This is Titi. She was also a former beauty pageant. What do you call you people?
You see.
Did you win? Were you queen?
I was Miss Lagos 2000.
Boom! She was Miss Lagos. And this is Chef Buketi. She was also a kitchen model. She designs everything you see here. So this is fantastic, So it's great. Titi, I mean, in your experience, what did you do when it was your time? As in, what endeavor did you? She's helping young ladies make money. Off of social media. What did you do?
Okay, so it was all about education for children under the age of 12.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was my project for them.
Fantastic.
And I carried it on till I turned 30.
Dynamite. All right, so Chef Buketi's put this together. We did beef, vegetable, potato sauce, a side of rice, some egg in there. Chef Buketi, tell her exactly what this is and how she's going to enjoy it, please.
Ooh, it looks great. Look at that.
Okay, like I said earlier, you can have it in two ways. It's either you take it with rice, as I'm serving it right now, or you eat it all by itself without rice. So it's, as you can see, it's beef, potato, egg, and rice. Lots more of a protein, and it's healthy food.
Ooh, Precious, try it out, please.
Healthy.
First of all, Precious can't finish. Precious can't finish this. Precious, two of us will finish. I'll be Mike, get your own fork.
Wow.
Get your own fork.
Really?
Rice cooker, I won't say.
You are? Go ahead, please. Try it out.
This looks really good.
It does.
Making
it does.
everybody hungry.
You can try the sauce or the beef or anything. I know that all you models like to watch what you eat. You don't want to do this. I'm just going to try some of the beef. There you go.
All right.
Nice. What do you think?
So nice.
If you eat it, I'll eat it at the end.
Thank you.
Chef Buketi, thank you very much. You've done it for us this morning. I'm looking forward to jumping in. And of course, hey.
Yes.
We'll see you tomorrow for a Friday episode of Wake Up Nigeria.
Woohoo! Looking forward to that one. Bye-bye, everybody. See you then.